Okay, so this time on this video I'm going to demonstrate the differences between writing up one of these automation scripts by yourself and how Mate is going to do it for you. So what I have in front of me right now is a file called comparison.js that I'm just using to compare writing it yourself to Mate, and it's got all of the commands in here required to browse to Google, do a search for the term Mate, wait for the results to appear, and then save a text file containing all of the headers of those results into a JSON file, not a text file. So we can run through this quickly and try and make sense of it. So we have to start, of course, by requiring the Selenium WebDriver and just giving ourselves a bit of syntactic sugar and declaring and building the driver. So we're going to build the Chrome driver for this one so we can see what's happening, and of course we need the file system as well so that we can save the file. So the first command that we run from the driver is to get google.com. This will open the browser, and then we'll find the element called input name equals q, which is the search field. We're going to search for Mate, we're going to hit return, and then we're going to wait until the tags h3 with the class of r appears. We need to wait until there are more than 0 of those before we continue to the next step. On the next step, we're going to find those elements and we're going to pass them over to the next function. And then we're going to iterate over all of the elements that it found. There should be about 10 on the first page of Google search results. And for each one, we're going to get the text content and we're going to save it. We're going to push it to an array called text contents. I'm going to return that at the very end of this function and pass it over to the next. On the next function, we're going to return a promise that will resolve when we successfully save the file called comparison output.json, and that contains a stringified JSON object of text contents. So it's pretty printed with a little tab to make it a little bit easier to read for us. Then once that's done, it's just going to close the browser. If there are any errors encountered, then of course it will output them to console as well. So I think you'll agree that this file is pretty ugly, and if you wanted to make changes to it, it's quite difficult. But let's see it in action anyway. Here it goes. It's doing the search, it's waiting for the elements, it's finding them, and it's saved the file already. So it's pretty quick. We'll have a look at the output. It looks like this. So that looks good to us. That's fine. And now there's the Mate version. So this is the command file. This is the campaign file for Mate that it will use. It's doing all of the same stuff that our comparison.js is doing, but it just looks a lot tidier because Mate does a lot of things for you. So the first command is to open google.com. It will search for Mate. It will select all of the elements on the page. It doesn't need to wait for them because it's got waits built in. It will get all the attribute values for text content from the previous step. No need to iterate over them. It will just get all of them, and then it will save everything from the previous step to comparison output. And then when it's done, it will quit the browser. So we'll have a look at how Mate does it as well. Mate also gives us a lot of feedback as things are happening. So we can see that it's done again. Mate saves a lot of information about all of the elements that it finds. So we can run through it anyway. So first thing is it will open. It says success was true. It will do a search. Success was true. It will select all of the elements. And these are all of the attributes from every element that it found. It's quite a lot. Then it will get all of the attribute values that we specified. Here they are. And it will save it to a file, and it says where it saved it, and then it's done. So let's have a look at how Mate saved that as well. So this is the output that Mate saved, and it's exactly the same as the one that we had from our native Node.js script file as well. The difference is Mate looks like this, and doing it yourself looks like this. So it's up to you which one you think is easiest to work with.